Hey guys, welcome back to the Advantage Kitchen, where this week we're going to show you how to make our jeweled cauliflower rice with crispy kale and soft-boiled eggs. So first we're going to start off with two 10-ounce bags of pre-raised cauliflower that have been thawed. You'll also need one bunch of scallions, a third of a cup of roasted and unsalted pistachios, 1/3 of a cup of raisins. Make sure that they are no sugar added in the ingredients. You'll also need for our spices cinnamon, garam masala, and red chili flake and kosher salt, of course. For our little accoutrements, we are going to use one bunch of curly kale, some avocado oil to help crisp it up in the oven. Then you're going to also use 1 to 2 eggs per person. And finally, you'll need about 2 tablespoons of butter, ghee, or olive oil. So to start with our crispy kale, you're going to tear the leaves off of the kale stems and place them on foil-lined baking sheets. Make sure there's lots of space in between each piece so that way they don't steam as they cook. From there, we're going to drizzle on about a tablespoon of avocado oil, but you could also use olive oil here because the oven temperature is relatively low. From there, you're going to sprinkle with a good pinch of kosher salt on each sheet, making sure every leaf is coated with a little bit of oil and salt. Then they're going to go into a 350-degree oven for 12 to 15 minutes until they're very crispy and ever so slightly browned around the edges. Once they're done, go ahead and place them aside to cool while we prep the rest of our meal. Next, for our eggs, we are going to take a pot of boiling water and put our eggs in and then boil them for 7 minutes. Be sure to be very exact with this time and immediately transfer the eggs to an ice bath to cool completely and then peel in half for serving. Now we're going to get started on our cauliflower rice. To begin here, take 1 tablespoon of your choice of oil and place in a large pan heated over medium-high heat. From there, go ahead and add your pistachios and toast for about 3 minutes until golden brown. From there, you are going to add a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala, and half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Go ahead and take this off the heat and toss to coat. Then place these spiced pistachios in a bowl off to the side to cool completely. Into that same pan, you're going to add another tablespoon of your oil of choice. Then you're going to go ahead and add the thinly sliced white parts of your scallions, and these are going to cook for about 3 minutes until they're golden, as you can see here. From there, we're going to add our 1/3 cup of no sugar added raisins and all of our cauliflower, which has been placed in a colander, and the moisture has been pressed out with the paper towel that was lining the cauliflower. From there, you're going to cook about 6 to 8 minutes until the cauliflower is dry to the touch and very, very piecemeal-like. From there, we're going to add all of our spiced pistachios from earlier and simply stir to help distribute the spices through the whole mixture. Finally, we're going to stir in all of this thinly sliced green parts of our green onions. That way we're making as minimal food waste as possible and adding a really nice herby zestiness to finish off our dish. Now to serve, you can serve this a bunch of different ways. Here, I'm just going to create a bed of our cauliflower rice. If you wanted to just serve the cauliflower by itself, it is delicious, but I love the additions that the crispy kale brings texturally. It adds a bit of bitterness and a ton of crunch. And with the eggs, it's just this complete richness from the runny yolks. So here, I'm just going to create a bed of that cauliflower rice. You can see our beautiful pistachios and green onions and raisins. From there, I'm just going to layer the kale on top. I'm placing it on top to eliminate how much steam it gets so it remains as crispy as long as possible. From there, I'm going to pile on our halved soft-boiled eggs. You can see how jammy that yolk is. It just looks incredible. And then from there, I'm going to serve it up to a plate, and I hope you guys enjoy.